Welcome to today's Childcare Business Guide. The topic is, how can I get my business ready for a new year? In this guide, you will learn how to use year-end data to strengthen your childcare business.
The information contained here has been prepared by Civitas Strategies Early Start and is not intended to constitute legal, tax, or financial advice. The Civitas Strategies Early Start team has used reasonable efforts in collecting, preparing, and providing this information, but does not guarantee its accuracy, completeness, adequacy, or currency. The publication and distribution of this information is not intended to create, and receipt does not constitute an attorney-client or any other advisory relationship. Reproduction of this information is expressly prohibited.
In today's presentation, we will discuss why looking back at the past year can help you prepare for the future, the steps you can take right now to prepare your business for next year, and what you need to do moving forward, and resources where you can find more help. People often make New Year's resolutions for their personal life, but what about their business affairs? The close of a fiscal year is a great time to reflect on the past, present, and future of your business. Whether you are an operation of 1 or 500, you can use this time to properly close out your financial affairs from the past year and plan for the year ahead. You are the most knowledgeable person about your business, and while your experiences are still fresh, you can use both the financial data as well as your lived experience to prepare for the next year. Assessing the state of your operations from the past year can help you to develop a strategy for how you will approach the short-term and mid-term future of your business. Given the economic uncertainty presented by the continued effects of the COVID-19 pandemic, informed preparation for next year is more important now than ever. How did your business do financially last year? You might have a sense of how your childcare business performed, but looking at the hard numbers is a great way to ground your thoughts and feelings in fact. If you did have a budget set up for the year, compare your predicted and actual revenue and expenses. Line by line, assess how your predictions for the year compared to actual performance. If you didn't maintain a budget, you can examine your cash flow from the past year. Look at your bank account statements to see if you ended up ahead of where you started, and if you did, by how much. Consider if a budget would have been helpful and if creating one now would be useful this time next year. Set aside some quiet time to look at your records and reflect on your year. Record your thoughts, either on paper or verbally. Answer these questions. Were you profitable? Were there differences between your actual and planned figures? If so, how did they impact you? Can you and should you adjust your planned amounts for next year? Where did you overspend? And what expenses can you reduce? Now take a step back from the details and conclude this exercise by creating a concise big picture summary of your business that you can look back on in years to come. Think about these statements as they relate to the past year of your childcare business. Financially, this went well for my business. Financially, this did not go well for my business. As I engaged in this exercise, I was most surprised by, if my business ran perfectly, my numbers would be different in this way. I want to take these steps to make my numbers more closely reflect where I want my business to be. Now you have performed a year-end review and laid the foundation for a short-term and mid-term strategy for your business. Next, we will discuss steps you can take right now to wrap up the year properly. There are some easy steps you can take right now to ensure that your childcare business is on stable footing as it starts its new fiscal year. Number 1, back up your computer files. If your devices were to stop working tomorrow, would you have other up-to-date copies of all of your files? This is imperative. You can use a cloud storage drive or an external hard drive. Both have pros and cons. Number 2, make sure your financial documents are in order. As you back up your files, make sure you have all of the documents you or your tax preparer will need to file this year's taxes. Now is the time to identify them if you have not already done so. Number 3, prepare for tax season. Be ready to file your Form 1099 for any contractors. Get your list of deductions ready and calculate your time-space percentage so you know how much you can deduct. Take the following steps to strengthen the financial model of your childcare business. 1. Create a monthly budget if you don't have one, and keep it updated if you do. 2. Develop a cash flow forecast so you can understand and project how much money you will take in and expend each month. 3. Prepare a contingency plan. Build a safety net into your budget to prepare for emergencies. 4. Get involved. If you haven't been involved in the budgeting process, start now. And 5. Increase revenue. Look at ways to boost your enrollment so that you can increase your business revenue. Enrolling more children directly improves the long-term sustainability of your business. Here are some tangible steps you can take to market your business and increase enrollment. Ask your staff and current families for referrals. Develop or expand upon your social media and web presence. Publicize the precautions you are taking to mitigate the spread of COVID-19. Connect with other providers, especially those who might retire or close their business. Staffing has presented a major challenge for childcare providers. Attracting and retaining staff can be difficult, but necessary to grow your business. Here are some steps you can take to attract new employees and keep your current staff satisfied. Consider adding benefits for employees or offering temporary pay increases or bonuses. Create a culture where employees feel valued and appreciated. Reduce stress for your employees whenever possible. Make sure they know they can take time off from work when needed. Show gratitude for your employees and encourage your staff to congratulate and thank one another.
Additional resources for early care and education can be found at the Wisconsin Early Childhood Association or WECA website. If you are not a member of the Wisconsin Early Education Shared Services Network, you can click here to learn about business training and support it offers. If you are ready to join the Wisconsin Early Education Shared Services Network, you can also click here to join